Good morning. All right. Good morning, everyone. Fantastic. I think right now we have over 27 of us are already in. Congrats, early birds. All right, we're just going to wait for another 2 more minutes before we start off today exactly at 10. All right, how's everyone doing today? After 2 grueling days with Richard and Kelvin. How's everyone? How was the past 2 days of class? Can put in the chat group. How do you feel about the past 2 days of classes with Richard and Kelvin? Morning, Linda. Morning, Rayan. Good morning, Desmond. Desmond Lim. Good morning, Desmond Tan. Thank you, Michael. Fabulous. Okay, fabulous morning, or is it a fabulous 2 days of classes with Richard and Kelvin? Thank you, Joanne. Wonderful PCT course. Okay, thank you, thank you. You know, it is after badges and badges of trainees like you, who are enthusiastic, who are appreciative, and through your kind words, and that is our only energizer battery that got all the trainers continue to be the energizer bunny. Always continue want to add value to you. No matter what we do, right now, I have decided to be standing on the ground. So of course we can be sitting on a chair for the next 5 hours. For me, I like to stand. And for today, I also want to make sure I stand. Why? Sibei Shack actually stand for the next 5 hours. But usually when I stand, I'm able to deliver the kind of energy level to you. Okay, so of course you can sit back and relax, but don't. Why? Because just now, the earlier, I think there was a good 10 of you who tune in as early as 9:30. I play soothing music, right? Soothing music, nice water flowing, trees swaying from side to side, and you can feel the wind through the music. Why? It's called the calm before the storm. You know why? Let you relax your mind first. Before the next 5 hours or so, until 4, maybe 5, maybe even beyond. All right, we try to keep the time short. The calm before the storm. You will feel that, Chris, how come there's so many things I don't know? You know what? But that's how we learn. All right, we want to be able to mold your mind, to be able to absorb a lot of facts. But most important, we want to make it a fun and practical session. Okay, good. Exactly 10. Let us start now. Good. I think a good 35 of you are already in. Okay. Once again, a very good morning to all 35 of you who are on time. Really appreciate that you are here with me today. Today is going to be another grueling session, but I guarantee you it will be interactive. It will be fun. I think that's how adult learner learn better, right? Same thing. I always tell my daughter, "Hey, go to school fun, you know." They say, "No, teacher very boring." So I could tell my daughter's son also cannot learn very well. Adult learning lagi more must be fun. Okay, good. Let us really start the ball rolling. Okay. All right, to the rest of you, I'm sure you're tuning in for the correct reason. This is the 3rd day of our PCT training. Remember, PCT training, not other course that you attend wrongly into this group chat. Now, once again, I'd like you to bring out your phone. Yes, there's a couple of moments throughout this whole day that I need you to take out your phone. Yes, take out your phone, do a scan right now. For those who are not in our PropNext PCT Telegram chat, all right, scan this right now. And for those who are not sure, also scan. Why? Because moving forward, this is our only way we can reach out to you in a very dedicated way. Why? Because we are putting all our past PCT students together. Why? So that we want to continue to push out good content to you, some good listings, and some of you may have also good listings you want to broadcast to a trained group of people within PropNext, right, to help you to market. Believe me, I've already seen some match. Some student new in the trainees, no listings, or rather have listing but don't know who to partner with, don't know how to start. And then they put in a group chat, group, and then someone come in and say, "Hey, why don't we do together?" You know what? Beauty happens when you have good partners to help you to close your deals, isn't it? Okay, all right. One last call. Scan, join the PCT group chat. All right, my friends, we all know this man. I like to pose you this question. You can either watch me happen, or rather you can either watch it happen or be part of it. Once again, next 5 hours, you can sit back and relax and simply listen, or you have a choice to say, Chris, I want to be part of it. And the whole learning outcome will be entirely different, believe me. Now, if you watch, you will forget. If you take notes, you will remember. If you participate, you will internalize. And when you internalize, you will monetize. All right? With this, I really urge you to participate. And believe me, I will make you participate. Now, everyone, I'd like you to have a show of hands. I'd like you to raise your hands within your group chat. Okay, this morning, all right, to everyone, we're going to be doing a little bit of warm-up. Yeah, warm-up through the screen, through your fingers, through your mind. Now, I'd like you to raise your hand in your group chat. Now, who wants to be rich? Okay, thank you, Michael. You want to be rich? I'm sure you will. Thank you, Jason. Tay, you want to be rich? Thank you, Stella. Thank you, Elena Chen. Fantastic. You raised your hand already. You want to be rich? Thank you, Aggie. No, Aggie haven't raised your hand. Thank you, Rian Zhang. You want to be rich? Good job. I'm just waiting. My friends, I will slow down my pace according to your pace. So as long as you're able to follow my instruction, all right, we'll move on faster. Now, my friends, as a lot of learners, we must acknowledge, right, the importance of participating. All right. If I see that the class is a bit slow, I'll slow down. At the end of it, we will simply maybe have a little bit less content. Very importantly, why I like you to participate. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Annie, for raising your hands. Fantastic. I'm still waiting for the rest of you to raise your hands within the group chat. Okay, some of the hands already put down already. Doesn't matter. Okay, how to raise our hands? All right, Desmond, ask in the group chat. If the rest of the students is able to help each other by giving answers within the group chat in the event of some administrative instruction, please help me to do so. All right, in the group chat, like, oh, you can type this, you can do that in order to raise your hands or other things which I'll be asking you to do in a while. Fantastic. And now 3 more, you have raised your hands. Very good. Okay, now, you see 3 very familiar faces in front of you? Very familiar, these 3 faces. Now, I need to ask you the next question. Now, who do you think is the most handsome? Now, I need you to answer using the following instruction. All right, I want you to go to your drop-down bar. There is an annotate function. Click on it. And in the annotate function, you go to the function called stamp, S-T-A-M-P with a tick. And under the stamp, I want you to choose the heart shape. Thank you, Jean. All right, Jean choose Kelvin Fong. Thank you, Chris. You choose Yong Hok. Desmond, thank you. You choose Don't Know Everywhere. Hey, follow instruction in a box. Thank you, Terence. Choose Ismail. Thank you, Jason. Kelvin Fong, Kelvin, Annie, Ismail, Bernard, Yong Hok. Desmond Lim going all over the place, don't know where to put. Don't worry, find a way. Peter, very good. Kelvin, Stella, choose Kelvin. Good. Yong Hok was supporter. Just because Yong Hok is losing a bit of hair, is it? Support him a bit lah. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Michael Wang. He a bit of less hair, but he still got the manly bulge on his tummy. Thank you, Rayan. Fantastic. Now, next question. Next question. Now, who do you think is most handsome? So I'd like you to do the same. Go to annotate function, under stamp, all right, choose star shape. Star shape and put it in the box who you think is the most handsome. Thank you, Karin. You think Kevin Fong is the most handsome? Why? Because his post very kilat, right? I point at people. And thank you, Desmond. Thank you, Yu He, Peter, Jason, all think, hey, all Kelvin Fong supporter. Hey, who? Oh, very good. Star shape, star shape. Thank you, Catherine, who thinks, who Yong Hok. Hey, Terence Pay, don't blur your star out of the box one. Put it, follow instruction, put it in within the box. Okay, I'm still waiting. Now, star shape within the box. Linda Chen, got some issue, right? Don't know how to put, study a drawing, right? Okay, never mind. Let us try our best. Thank you, Terence. Kevin Fong. All right, okay. My next question. Now, who do you think is the richest? Same thing, go under annotate function, drop down bar, go to stamp, choose, right? Choose the tick, and put it in a box. Thank you, Desmond. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you, Yu He. Thanks that, thank you, Michael. All think Ismail is the richest. Jean, Linda, thinks Kelvin Fong. Catherine thinks is, thank you, Peter. Thank you, Catherine. Thinks Ismail. Anything is Kelvin Fong. Hey, wow, how come you all keep thinking Ismail is the richest? Why? Because you guys have been following his stock shareholding in the company, right? You can see how many percent that each one of them own. Okay, that is a clue. Why no one thinks Yong Hok? Yeah. Why? Why? Because he's not a company shareholder, is it? Okay. Why? Richest, I didn't say money, I said be spiritually very rich, culturally very rich, or 思想, mentally very rich. Okay, never mind, it's all different contexts. Okay, guys, good. I think you have just finished the first warm-up. You are able to use this function, right, to answer the questions using all the different annotation. Fantastic. Very good. Now, my next question to everybody, at this moment, you slow down your pace. You ask yourself this question: I am what? So what I need to do is go to the annotate function, drop down bar, go to the word text, and put your cursor onto the white screen, and you see a pop-up white box, and you can start typing whatever you think who you are. I am handsome. I am what? I am pretty. I am sincere. Whatever it is, one word answer. One word answer. Jason says, I am possible. I am blessed. Good. I've got good answers. I am champion. Fantastic. I am happy. That's my answer. I just put up my answer. I am happy. Rayan said, I am positive. Good. I am knowledgeable. Fantastic. I am what? It's quite fun when you ask yourself this question. I am determined. Thank you, Desmond. I make sure you're very determined later today. I'll ask you a lot of questions. You must be very determined to find the answers. Okay. Fantastic. Very good. Hey, don't be so sad. Don't be so like that. Let go and cover people's answer. Who are? Somebody just put an answer over people's answer. Okay. Thank you, Linda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At this moment, I've got 7 answers. Li Mei, I am honest. Fantastic. 7th answer. And I'm going to wait. And I'm still waiting. Peter say, I am famous. Very good. Yu He, Chen Yu He. You put a tick means what? No, there are moments when we really need to acknowledge our strength. Thank you, Yu He. I'm positive. There are moments we need to acknowledge our strength. So pat yourself in the back. Sometimes you've done a good job. All right. Tell yourself you are how good you are. You know, I think that's how we are able to see the better side of ourselves. And then tomorrow will be a better day, isn't it? Now, the last thing we want is you don't know who you are. Who am I? Last time I got one show called Who Am I, right? By Chen Longman. Right? Who am I? You don't know who you are? Believe me, maybe it's going to be quite tough. Now, my today's session is not really going through your mindset and all that. Guys, don't get me wrong. I'm spending a bit more time to get you to do warm up. You know why? Really, the last thing I want is to bombard you with a lot of facts, a lot of data, a lot of knowledge. But you know what? You are not able to demonstrate back to me your learning through all this typing, through acknowledging the answers, right? I think that's how adult learners sometimes are not so effective. And believe me, out of a good 50 of you, only 10 of you answer. And you know what? Congratulations to 10 of you. The 10 of you, all right, it's almost certain that you will be successful. You know why? Because you take instruction, you do it. I think that's how you learn fast, and you will monetize your result. Okay. All right. Congratulations, guys. All right. We have a warm up using thumbs up, annotate function, reply text function. All right. If you have not noticed, right, these are all the functions from Zoom. So question is, everybody, are you ready to start today's class? Right. If you think yes, put a big yes in our chat group. Then we are good to go. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Bessie. Thank you, Jason. Yes, good to go. Okay, all right. Not going to waste time. All right, past 2 days, you've gone through Richard Tan's class, Kevin Chuang's class today. All right, you're going to be with me. Just a gentle reminder, everyone, please take out your calendar. Yes, take out your phone calendar right now. Write it in. Okay, please write it in right now. 13th of September, Monday, 8 p.m. All right, we'll be having all of you down here come back into our Zoom session. All right, we will be having a virtual listing presentation. By who? By one of you. In fact, by many of you. What are you presenting? Okay, we want to make it real for you. You come here to learn. All right, many of you would already have some listings that you are what? You are already on the market, but no confidence, don't know how. Correct? So this is the time where you can say, raise your hand. Say, Chris, I want to try. So that's the time where I think the real learning start, where I guide you through how to do your slides. All right, and you just do like a 5 to 10 minute presentation of your listings. And you never know. Someone online, someone on Facebook Live is able to see your listings, and voila, deal is closed, isn't it? So once again, I really urge you, all right, just volunteer. But most important, right, don't have to be confident one. No one else is always ready to present one. Believe me. All right. I think more important is your heart desire to say, okay, Chris, let me give it a try. Lao kui, never mind. Malu, never mind. Lose face, never mind. But you know what? You do one time, do two times, you can only become better. Okay. Once again, 13 September, Monday, 8 p.m. in your calendar. Join us as a participant, also can. Join us as a presenter, also can. So for today's class, industrial class, right, we will be only selecting maximum 2%. Yes. So those who are keen, you can PM me through my handphone number. All right. And then we can take it one step further. Maximum, we just choose 2. All right. Because for Kelvin Chuang's class and for Richard Chan's class, we're just going to have 1 or 2 each to present the respective listing segment. All right. For those who are running in between appointments today, viewing, all that, I acknowledge that. In fact, I'm very happy that you can still join us to squeezing time. Right. Basically, until 12 o'clock, my segment. 12 to 2 is lunch. But I welcome those with a lot of questions. All right, to come back in the Zoom at 1:30. I'll take on some of the questions already. Why? Because we realize there's many questions, and we really hope to help you. All right, then after lunchtime, it's still me. All right, typically my guest speaker will come in a bit earlier today, usually early, but today, because of his appointment, we stopped the appointment a little bit, so he'll come in at about 4. All right, we get a lawyer to talk about the legal aspect, some of the common mistakes that agent made in contracts. All right, then after I've got Q&A, and for those who are able to stay a little bit longer, all right, at 4:30, I have a special segment called Special Kung Fu. I'll be sharing you some of them. I'll tell you later. Okay. Now, class, common understanding in this class, all right, if all of us can be punctual, participative, fun, action. I think this is what you guys have really demonstrated to me this morning. Or we just answer questions, anything, just talk about it. Remember, in your notes, all right, remember, take out your notes, there'll be a lot of blanks. It's deliberately make it blank so you're able to fill in the blanks. So you're able to retain your learning better. Can? 可以吗? Can all? So take out a box and start filling in the blanks. Now, really, when this article came out in 8th of April this year, it says that SME business segment hit highest level since COVID-19. It is a true reflection of how fast our country has rebounded in today's COVID environment. And especially in the industrial segment, believe me, it's gone up way faster than we thought. So what is the impact to you as an agent? We are in business. We have a lot of things to do. Question is, do what? Now, very interestingly, when you want to jump in and do industrial property, you realize that, wow, how come got this kind of hanky-panky, illegal floor found in industrial building? What's the industrial? Where's the illegal part? Can someone draw for me or put an arrow on the screen? Where exactly is the illegal part? You can use your pen to draw on my screen, all right? Or you can put an annotation as an arrow on my screen. You can. No answer. Give you answer. This is the illegal part. Thank you, Jason. You tried. Jason, good try, but wrong. This part is legal. Nothing wrong. All right. It's the upper portion. What the person have done is, wow, you know what is 我政府? No government. Exactly what happened is, the engineer said, I didn't notice that got a hidden floor during inspection. Right? Imagine your unit's only 8th floor, but they created another floor above the 8th floor. So inside it's like very high ceiling, and within high ceiling, upstairs, wow, can put office. Upstairs can put bed to sleep some more. Wow, they got the sitting area, macam like penthouse condo lah. So all this, we start the question, what happened? Is it legal? All right. Obviously, there was a tip-off. That's why people went to check. And incidentally, the people within the ownership of this place is actually property owners, developer themselves. So I'm not here to question what is right, what is wrong, but usually things happen, especially the ones that know how to go around the rules. But as an agent, all right, you're not there to police. I say again, you're not there to police and say what is right, what is wrong. All right, you're there to know what's going on, so that either you stay clear, all right, or you know what to say to your client as a good professional agent. Now, many of you down here are new agents. Thank you. Some of you are very 老教 agent. I saw some of the 老教 names. Okay, there's a saying called old dog can learn new tricks. But when you're going through all this, you're reading, industrial properties or what? Doing statement, dog leveler, seems ceiling high. What is considered high? Staggered rent. You mean rent can change one? Now 1 year later can change rent? Power supply. What is 1 phase? What is 3 phase? What's the impact? Should I buy under operating company, holding company? Floor loading. Does it matter whether it's 5 kilonewton per meter square or higher? Can it take the load of my tenant, right, who's putting his gold bar? One crate of gold bar. You know, sometimes is there ramp up? The car can go up. Can 20-footer, 40-footer lorry can go up? Buy a time, GST or no GST? Don't know, what's the impact? If you want a B2, what's the impact? Floor plate, big floor plate, small floor plate. Should I buy the company name, personal name? What's the fitting out period for renovation, all that? What's the 60-40 usage? Network cable, network cable. I do resi on, network cable is StarHub count down late, that's it, company resolution. You need Director cannot sign it, company resolution, man. Power output. You know what, guys? I understand what you're going through your mind right now. Some of you have not started already, blur already. Wow, so many things don't know. Some of you have tried before, realize that, wow, never mind, I give up. Too many things I don't know. Some of the 老教 one, or done it before, make mistake, maybe lose some money, and realize, never mind, industrial property is never for me anymore, and go back to residential. Doesn't matter which journey you're going through, I like to share with you just one fact. Industrial property, a lot of things you don't need to know. Out of these so many boxes around you, some of the things I also not very familiar. You know why? Because after doing for 14 years, you realize most of the time you close deal, only need to know that a few key things. That's why today's class, I want to funnel down the few things that is relevant to you to monetize your effort. All right, once again, it's really my pleasure. Over the past 14 years as an agent, from producer, I become a manager. I'm managing a group of 50 over agents. As a manager, then eventually I become a trainer, ACTA certified. And my company acknowledged my core competency in industrial properties as a producer and as a transactor. I think that's how I was put together in this position to be. I'm so really very happy that I'm able to be here to share with you my wealth of knowledge. At the end of it, yeah, I've done this. Yes, as an investor myself, I own several properties. I think at the end of it, I'd like to share you from different perspectives of industrial properties. Okay. Now, for those who know me a bit better, I quite like a few things. I motorbike, I go skiing, right? But that's not important today. It's not about me. It's more about you. All right. If you can, take out your phone, add me on Facebook. All right. You can also like my page, Office Space Singapore. I think that's how after class, at least we are not stranger. We can still be connected somehow on social media, or at least some of my content I can actually push out to you, all right, for you to be aware of what's going on in the industrial segment. Now, you can add on the Facebook now. I'm opening on my Facebook, see whether anyone want to add me. I'm quite unlikable. Nobody like me. Thank you, Chris. Wow, Chris Lesterio, first one to like me. Chris, I think you'll be very successful. You know why? I see that you're always the first one to take action. No matter, ask you to jump, you should jump first. Ask you to lie down, you lie down first. Ask you to aim on Facebook, show first one you do. And I like this kind of training mentality. All right, thank you, Gerard. You sent me a friend request, I confirm. Boliao, very sad, not very well liked. Thank you, Terence. Thank you, Karine. Thank you, Peter. I noticed Peter also very fast in your answering questions and all that. Good job, Peter. Off to a good track. Thank you, Terence Pei. Thank you, Desmond Lim. Thank you, Nyam Wan Lee. Stella Tan, fantastic. You guys have been very enthusiastic. Good job, good job. Wow, Wealth Mastery, Michael Wang. Wow, I like your name. You have a very good branding, Wealth Mastery. Later must understand from you what it means by wealth mastery, Michael. Very good. Pending approval. Thank you, Jason. Well, Jason, you quite good looking on your photo. Maybe I block you. Don't want my fans to see your face so handsome. Okay. All right. How do I approve? Okay. Okay, good job, guys. Really appreciate that many of you are very enthusiastic. For those who are still sitting back, relax, don't be like that. We are all here to learn, take action. Or I'm also doing my best to get you out of your comfort seat. Action, action, action. Or rather than just listen. No point, no point, listen. You will not learn one. Now, my focus for today, right, is really to bring you out from your current position where you are definitely doing a lot of residential properties. And our company is always talking about asset progression, buy one, sell two, buy one, sell one, sell one, sell one, buy two, sell one, buy one, sell one, buy one big one, which is our currently carry forward direction, sell one, buy one big one, the size matter. Now, I think important thing is what happened after you sell one, and then you buy one, and then the client says, no, no more money. no more names. Sorry, no more knowledge, don't know what to do already. I think the whole idea is really to bring out some of the clients are your clients from your cold storage, those that you really disregard because you know cannot squeeze already, won't buy anything really. Is to let them realize that, hey, can they buy one more commercial industrial property through you? And why through you? Because you have the knowledge to show them how. Sounds good? Yes. Today's learning outcome, really, over the next 5 hours, I'm going to be going head on, deep dive into many very interesting topics. I will touch briefly on the types of industrial properties. I will let you acquire basic technical knowledge. I say what? Basic. Use industrial sale and rent price index. How to use the index to explain the trends and impact, of course. Very importantly, all right, I'd like you to avoid some of my painful mistakes that I have made, and some of them is actually a lot of money lost. It is quite sad in our industry. In the past, not a lot of training like what we have today. In fact, in the past, the trainers also, some of them may not be very open-hearted. They only share 80% of their the trade secret. Scared what? Scared you take away their trade secret and then you become better. But in today's context, in Propnex especially, and especially for me, I vouch for myself, please take away 100% of my knowledge. Make it even better. And only got one small request. You call me back and say, Chris, you know what? I learned one more new tips, or I make it even better. You teach me back. Because this old dog want to learn new tricks from you. So from the common mistake, I hope you can become a better agent. Now, also she's showing you how to do effective prospecting methods. Some of them are actually only applicable for industrial properties. Residential, you try, sure gonna CEA complainant. But this one, only industrial, it works. Set up entities to own properties. Because as an investor myself, I like to guide you through how to get into the mind of a what? Investor. So you understand investor better. So that when you talk to your investor, you know exactly what's going through their mind even before they talk to you. All right, I'll be going into the talk about GST and its implication. I'll be proposing industrial as a common asset progression step. Sell one, buy one. Can it be sell one, buy one residential and buy one commercial industrial from you? All right, I will also be sharing you how I transact 150 cases in one building alone as a GTA agent. And towards the end of the day, time allows, if you guys are very fast to answer question, I will not delay, right? I will then share with you how I buy 7 properties in 7 years. Okay, once again, getting the mind of an investor, so you can be a better investor, so you can become a better agent. Guys, our focus today, remember, I'm going to touch on a bit of whatever you do today, I'm not going to train you to be a technician. No, I just give you a bit of knowledge for technical aspect. I also don't want you to be an analyst. You know why? There's a problem with analysts because they analyze till they paralyze. Until my jam, don't know what to do. Don't do, give up. No, I don't want that to happen. All right. So a bit about analysis, some data. My focus for today, guys, I want you to be able to think like an investor and a good agent. Right. So my focus is actually a lot on investor, a lot on being a good agent kind of content. So for those who keep asking me a lot of questions about technical aspect, what forms to fill, you know, licensed electrical worker must do what? Sorry, I don't answer such question. Why? Because it's irrelevant to you. You will not close more deal as a result of being a very good technician. Agree with me? Okay. So once again, ask me a question as an investor. Ask me as a question as an agent. All right. Then you realize this course will be more effective for you. Now, over the past few days, you have learned about class 1, class 2. All right, today I'm going to do class 7 and class 8, light industrial and general industrial building. Definition, B1, B2. All right, put it very simple context, right? It can be any of these trade. Remember, today's context, IT. Sit in the office, do computer, also can be classified as B1. Why? Because the light industrial context today is no longer in the past where you must be cutting metal, doing some welding, all that. No, or some light assembly, no need. Okay, so remember IT can. Now, when you're in the office, there's something called a 60-40 rule. It means, all right, 60% of that space within that 1,000 square feet need to be used for production usage. And then the other 40% can be for ancillary use like office. So you might be thinking like that, how to determine, do they draw a line or that? No, not so cheap. Just remember 60-40, can already. Now, what is classified as B1 and B2 got something to do with the nuisance buffer. It simply means, all right, light industry, B1, there is a 50-meter buffer. And then B2, which is a general industry, is 100 meters away from what? From the nearby residential. So how to illustrate? Let me give you an example. All right, Burgundy area is a group of landed houses. Right across the road, 50 meters away, there's a building called Vega Tower. All right, 50 meters away. And down here, also Burgundy landed about 100 meters away. There's a Vega Plaza. If you ask me, both of them actually side by side. These two buildings, they're actually side by side. All right, but for the purpose of illustrating this point, this is how I can let you understand better. But don't remember, in some building, you go in, how come, for example, Vega Plaza, this is B2. Right, Vega Tower, B1. B1, you realize, don't go up there, the place looks more clean. Whereas you go down to Vega Plaza, you realize, there's a lot of car repair shops and things like that. Now, example of industrial properties. Something like that is called a factory. Right, guys, I'm guiding you to say the right term. You know what? As a new agent, you say the right term. Your client will never know that you're doing industrial property for the first time. Brilliant, right? Instantly become like a pro. You got in so you're able to get these things fast. You see something like this? Warehouse. Because primarily they used to store goods. Of course, you call Gordon warehouse building, of course it's warehouse lah. Or you must be thinking, Chris try to be smart, right? No lah. Now, you see creative building by again, Mr. Sim. All right, it's called business park. Primarily down there is only for rent. We seldom sell unless the whole building is for sale. You see a food building, it's called food factory. You see an open yard, all right, open yard, no shelter, also can rent out. Yeah, also a lot of money to be made, open yard. You see something like this, workers' quarter is also industrial properties that you can be the agent, all right, to do some deals. Now, you see something, this is called flatted, because it's multi-story. Yes, you take a lift up, you walk down the corridor, all right, the units are along the side, it's called flatted. Then you see something like this that can ramp up, your car can drive all the way up and park your car right outside your unit, it's called a ramp up factory. Similar to your landed property context, if it's going to be sitting on the ground, right, has got a left and right neighbor, it's called a terrace factory. And it's got stand alone, just like a bungalow, all right, it's called a detached factory. Question to everybody. So what kind of factory is this?
Warehouse.
Warehouse. Okay, thank you. I got an answer. Warehouse. Anyone else got an answer? Looks like warehouse, right? You know why? Because it looks like roof quite high. Looks like you can drive your truck, go in and store your things, right? Okay. What type of factory is this? Answer, restaurant. Okay, anyway, this is just a trick question. For those who are cycling enthusiasts, if you go down Balestier area, you see this company called Whalers Yard. You go in, realize, how can inside it's be converted to a cafe, almost like a restaurant. So I mean, yes, I think the building itself is a detached factory. The past purpose is probably as a warehouse, all right, but it has gone through a change of use, all right, for it to be used as a cafe at this moment. So moving forward, will it be a cafe or not? It's nothing perpetual, right? We're not too sure, but most important, it's still considered a detached factory. Okay, all right. Now you see, sometimes you see that recently I got this PCT students. He went to close a deal. The clients told him that this unit, right, is a shop. Can go ahead and operate as a bakery, no problem. All right, it's like a 400 amps. Then the agent who's serving the tenant say, okay, on, LI done, TA done, move in. Tenant himself realized, how come 400 amp? become only 63 amp, not enough to power his bakery ovens. Eventually, argument, eventually break lease immediately. Now they are going through a legal battle because the landlord said, no, you rent the time, you know what it is. What? Okay, right again, we're not here to dispute the technicalities, all right, misrepresentation of representation. More importantly, sometimes you don't know, get the LEW to come in, licensed electrical worker, because it's a licensed person to come in to help you with electrical work. Okay, my next side question, what is the maximum kVA before LEW is needed for your SP services turn on? Just remember, I mentioned number is 45, because sometimes when you do SP services turn on, right, for your tenant, okay, or for your landlord, right, the SP services technician was asked you, so what's the kVA number in your unit? Below 45 kVA, you can just turn it on immediately. Above 45 kVA, they will say, please get your LEW coming to check first, get your LEW to come and apply. Okay, so magic number 45. Now, ramp up, very interesting thing, right? What is the ramp up? What is the width of this ramp? What's the width of this ramp? All right, it's between 6 to 9 meters. All right, fill the blanks, right, guys? Some of the answers fill in the blank in your notes. Right, if it's 6 to 7.5 meters, it's for a 20-footer trailer lah. Rigid frame means those the kind that one piece one, turn is one whole piece one whole truck. Then if it's 9 meters, it's those with a flexible trailer head and then a trailer container behind that's able to flex. Guys, I'm saying this because I've seen my personal agent close deal before. Tenant do florist. They say, okay, I want my truck 14-footer ramp up. LI sign, TA sign. The day he take the key, it's the day they break lease. You know why? The florist say, my 14-footer cannot go up. The ramp only so cramped. In fact, that ramp is only meant for what? Meant for cars to go up only. Trucks also cannot even go up. It's less than 6 meters. Less than 6 meters. Anyway, just for you to know. Now, next one. What is the ceiling height of this factory? Can someone write the answer using your annotate and text into my blank here? What is the ceiling height of this factory? Let's see who's the first one to come up with the answer for me. Make a guess lah. No right, no wrong lah. Thank you. Terence says 4.5 meters. Then got 7 meters. Good. Good guys. I think you guys are on the right track. Make a guess lah. No right, no. 5 meters. Thank you, Desmond Lin. 5 meters. Okay. Now, when you see 8 meters, got so high maybe don't know so when you see got this kind of forklift, right? Forklift usually they do 10 to 15 feet lah. 10 to 15 feet is divided by 3 is how many meters? 3 to 5 meters, right? So when this thing go up, this thing that fork I go in, right? Go up to maximum maybe 5 meters. Then usually from 5 meters go up to the ceiling, I got another maybe 1 meter. So down here 5 meter plus 1 meter. This place is likely to be 6 meter. Likely to be 6 meter. Not confirmed. The way to confirm it, all right, guys. The answer is go online. Go to Taobao. Go to Lazada. Go to Shopee. Buy one laser measuring tape lah. $10. You look like a pro. Yeah, no joke leh. The other day I was doing a landed house, not even a factory, landed. I took out my $10 trusted measuring tape, always in my car. Then my buyer started to tell me, this one living room, how big? Then the contractor take out measuring tape too. I started thinking, waste my time. Then I go to my car, I take measuring tape, I'll show you a tape. Then my buyer look at me, Chris, I think you're a better contractor than him. Eventually, most important is what? Trust is built, deal is closed. Fast. All right, good. Guys, answer. Next one. Now, what is the tonnage of this crane? Can someone write the answer into my blank line here? And what's the ceiling height of the factory? Can someone help me write the answer? All right, someone write 30 ton. Thank you, Jason. Say 30 ton. 30 ton. Thank you, Stella. What's the ceiling height of this factory? 1 meter. Jumbo, Desmond. 1 meter. Correct, answer is correct. 30 tons is written here. The crane is 30 tons. So answer is correct. What is the ceiling height? 10 meters. Okay. 7 meter? Cannot be 7 meter. When you see a factory of this kind with a crane, right? Very safe, minimum 8 meters. Quite typical is 10 meters, right? So answer is 10 meter. All right, in some places where they have a pitch roof, all right, from the floor to the highest peak, it can be up to about 12 meters. Okay, of course, beyond that, for especially special purpose building, well, of course, you can go beyond that, but generally 8 to 12 meters. In this case, probably 10. Okay, good. Guys, read our answers. Then you're good to go. Next, what is the floor loading of this factory? Can someone fill in the answer for me? Let's see who's the first one. Jason, say 15. Salah liao lah. 15 salah. 10. Well, who write 10? Answer is correct, 10. Thank you, Chen Yuhe. Thank you. Answer is 10, correct. Why? Okay. The floor loading of this factory is yellow. Cannot write. Yellow color. Yellow color, it coincides with this one. See, down here it says 10 kilonewton per meter square. Don't ever put 2 and 2. 2 is what? 2 is toilet. Unless you are the tenant for the toilet. You're renting a toilet, it's 2 kilonewton per meter square. Means the floor can take 2,000 kilograms for 1 meter of 1 meter square of space. Answer correct, 10. Okay, next one. Loading bay with dot leveler. Not very critical, but simply in some places where your client may ask you, hey, my truck go down there, reverse, must have this dot leveler to slowly, safely offload their goods without using cranes and all that. So actually quite good. You know this piece down here? There's a thing that can go up like this. So eventually the roller, right? Your roller can roll down like that. So quite useful. This is how it looks like, just for your information only. Okay, next one. Guys, everyone asks you, what is the estimate size of this factory? Obviously, if you got the laser measuring tape, just shoot then times breadth. But you enter a factory like this, no measuring tape, or then your tenant also blur, or your landlord will still, hey, agent, rent out this place Mr. Landlord, how big don't know my grandfather passed me this factory 30 years ago already. I don't know how big You got market No head, no tail, how you market? So at least you do an estimate. How? By counting the number of ceiling board. Ceiling board is usually 4 feet by 2 feet. You see, usually it's 2 feet by 4 feet. So you just take 2 feet by 4 feet, right? Multiply by number of a ceiling grid. Then you can have the estimation of floor size. Okay, can someone write the answer for me? Agak. You do a count you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then you count the other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Down there got 13 times 13. What's 13 times 13? Wow, what's 13 times 13? And then you take calculator. 169. 169 ceiling grid 8 times 4 times 2. Okay? The place is the place is about 1352 square feet estimated. Are you with me? All right, this is the way for you to look smart or a bit of putting up a show. In the event you don't have measuring tape, at least you are able to sensibly guess the size of your unit. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Just now I've gone through you quite a few of a technical aspect. All right. I think more importantly is where to find money so you can allow me to. All right, guys. You can allow me to we'll talk about this next topic. Is prospecting. I think many of us down here doing residential properties, you have your own usual way, flyers, mailer, Facebook, of course, all the social media, right? You try that on the industrial property, probably it may not work as well. Generally, if you do Facebook, how many factory owners down here is on Facebook and look at Facebook and eventually take action through Facebook? We're not too sure. All right, so I'd like to show you some of the ways that I've tried before. They may be traditional. You may find it very old style, but it doesn't matter how you feel about it. I'm just telling you the method that works. Okay, up to you to adopt them if you want to. I think before that, we need to acknowledge a few things first. The difference between industrial and residential prospecting. All right, guys, remember, all right, industrial factory is a money-making space, not a privacy space. Means what? No? The receptionists, they are employed to receive you. Say again, they are employed to receive you. Different from you go and door knock one HDB. The person open the door is the person at the door is there to reject you because why are you entering my privacy space? But different, you go and knock factory, you're entering his business making space. And especially got receptionist, he's there to say, hey, hi, yes, what can I do for you? Oh, your agent, oh, what's it regarding? Or that's where you have different pitch to get through the watchdog, the receptionist. Okay. Now remember, they are all very, very open to chit chat. The people are very open to chit chat. Why? Because generally, a lot of factory doors are wide open anyway. I still remember there was one time I was tasked to do. I was doing a landed factory in Kian Teck. Then one of the owners there want to buy another unit in Kian Teck, so he asked me to go and door knock. So I said, "Siao liao, door knock. Don't know whether I can find an owner now." I went up to the factory. I walked through the car porch. I walked up the staircase. I walked up to the receptionist. The receptionist looked at me. I looked at the receptionist. The receptionist did not say anything. Then I also didn't say anything. Then I continued to walk past the receptionist. I walked down to the end of the corridor. I turned right at the end of the corridor. Then there's one old man sitting there. Old man looked at me. He said, "Hey, who are you?" I said, "Oh, I'm an agent looking for a boss." "Boss? I'm the boss now." Then ended up talk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. After a while, eventually I get the listing I wanted because I have a direct chat with that factory owner. And he didn't reject me. He was just a bit surprised that, wow, how come can just walk. But you see, business making space people are just very open to delivery man, salespeople, all right, to go down there to do the pitch. Remember, all right, CA form 128 does not apply for commercial industrial properties. So once again, you can already get a hint that commercial industrial deals is less regulated by CEA. Right? So once again, I'm not suggesting that you do wrong things. Okay, but most important is in the course of doing your prospecting, be aware that it's less regulated. Okay, think about it. I wouldn't want to be too blunt about this. Think about it. Now, number one, mailers. This was the mailer I did exactly 10 years ago, 2011. I remember when I post this mailer out, all right, I get a couple of calls. I remember vividly in 2015, 4 years after I sent out this, I received a call. I went to his office, sit down, have a chat, and I asked the boss, sorry, how do you know about me? Why do you contact me? Then he take out from his file, said, this is the mailer you sent me. My God, 4 years ago, I planted the seed. 4 years later, right, come back to reward me as a result of a mailer I did right. And he kept it because he felt that a few things that I wrote in the letter must be right. So what are they? Number one, there is a for attention. Attention can be can be a very striking photo of me in my car. Agree? It can be a very bold statement like, oh, you are the proud owner of the most popular office in Singapore. Make him feel very very proud of himself. Attention first. Okay, for those very good looking people, if you got a very good looking photo of yourself, I think, it always attracts. For those like me, very below average one, put lah. So what? Ugly photo doesn't matter. Can connect, can ready don't need to scared one. Most important people like to feel this sincerity. And you believe me, your normal photo, all right, like me below average one, right? Hey, hello, still attention grabber. Keyword, after attention, it's only that 5 seconds. After the content, whatever you write, okay, must attract him. All right, so you can write things like, you can give like data about the building transactions. All right, you can pitch it as you do have a client who's looking for units to buy in there, to rent in there. Okay, like here. Content. At the end of it, where is the take action statement, right? Where is the take action statement for in this case? All right, if you're keen to rent, to buy center, all right, take action statement must be there. And remember, your name and your contact number must be screaming big. All right, so he may skip the rest, but at least you see the name and contact number, he may also call you. So in short, right, guys, I call it ACT. ACT, act. All right, but it's still not good enough. Right, I always remember one of our fellow trainers from our PNG Academy, Chanel Liu. Okay, everyone knows Chanel Liu, right? Yeah, I think she's a millionaire producer for a good reason. All right, because not only she do ACT in a prospecting material, she do one more thing. It's called frequency. She constantly bombard her GTA, right, with fresh content, mailer. Last time single fold become double fold, then become like a booklet. All right, after it become magnet. All right, the whole idea, once you're very frequent, people are reminded and reminded and reminded again. It's called Chinese thing called 阴魂不散. Your spirit down there also cannot disperse. People know that you're very, very dedicated to be there. Are you with me? So remember, you send one time, this kind of mailer doesn't work, don't give up. Send second time. After 5, still no one call you at all, right? Don't give up. Sometimes you just need to have this number 6. Then people start to take notice that you are there to stay. 2, TV frames. This is exactly what I did when I was in my GTA building. If you are there, guys, having your lunch, eating, souping your noodles, you look up, then you got this big face staring at you, or screaming words staring at you. But all the ACT staring at you, or your attention, content, and take action staring at you. Wow, I think you really don't feel like eating your lunch already. Vomit already. But you know what? It works. All right, the people in E-Center knew me because I'm constantly reminding them that I'm good. I'm there to stay. So that time I only doing 100 transactions, and now I read more than 200 transactions already. Okay, now for those who doing HDB, okay, side topic, you're doing HDB in certain area, Woodlands, you can also ask the coffee shop uncle downstairs whether they allow you to mount this frame on their TV. Right, whether it's paid or not, separate matter. All right, it's paid, go ahead and pay as long as it's worth it. Because making the frame is very cheap only. It costs you maybe like between $60 to $70 per frame. All right, and you need to pay him off a couple $100 a month. So be it, because it's a very good static prospecting material. Okay, next one, guys. Okay, I need you to put a tick next to the sticker that you think is most effective. Is it the left one or the right one? Put a tick. Thank you, Desmond. Thank you, Jason. Jason, you're always very fast. Later, I give you a special treat. You got some special question on this. You can PM me. I will answer for you. Because you're always very into. Thank you, Jason. Fantastic. I love you. This kind of student 很好教. Hey, wow, Bernard, thank you. You heard? Wow. Hey, the one on the left, nobody want. Why? Why you so bad? Now, wow, thank you, Peter. Question mark. I think the question is why? Why? I think number 1 is size. The bigger, the better. Number 2 is also color, right? I always like to use color that is ambiguous. From far, you see, this one products, ERA, don't know which company. So people who are pro Propnex one also call. People pro ERA one also will call. If you like the white color in the middle, you put orange color. Better, right? All right. Then of course your number must be big. All right. If you got a nice photo of yourself, put it in. All right. A website, all this, put it in. The whole idea is once again ACT must have ACT Okay. Good. Oops. Okay, this one. Wow, this one classic. I saw this when I was doing Oxley Biz Hub. Wow, I scared. You see the advertisement? Big until I call it blind man can see. You drive past main road, wow, this thing staring at you. So when you are this one, confirm game over. No need talk already. People call which one? Call the big one. Okay. So once again, we may ask ourselves, Chris, so is this illegal? Okay, I'll let you think about it. If we go back to the earlier slide about prospecting for commercial, industrial versus residential, I remember I told you industrial is a business-making space. All right, things are a little bit less regulated. In business-making space, people are very visible with our signboard. Likewise, their advertisement. All right, so we need to go with the direction of the norm. Okay, and we're not there to question whether it's the right thing to do or not. Are you with me? Okay, so you can do the bigger, the better. Wow, I love this. Very creative. If you ask me, also a little bit cheeky. All right, very suggestive. But you know what? I think that's how the A for attention got me. Your office has needs to. Oh wow. Okay. That's why I took it, I kept it and opened up. I realized actually an interior design company. Or they do all the different services. Then you put in your content. No? Then of course you must have your take action. Your take action statement here. Are you with me? Yeah. So think creatively, because in industrial property, like you can go door to door and hang things on the door. You not like condo. You try hang anything on the door, you confirm one call only. MCSD call you. But factory won't. Factory is like a business making space. People you can go down there and knock door, hang things on the door. People do not really stop you. Can? Cannot? Okay, sweet. Next. Now, this one, classic. Standee. People say standee is only used what? During roadshow for residential roadshow Right. Me and my team, we did this standee when we were, of course, in today's context, COVID, you cannot be doing this but when I say when things go back to the norm, when you can be visibly on the ground, all right, few of you can be staying around as standee. I say this because I remember Oxley Bizhub was just TOP at that time. Everybody jumped in and wanted to do. So I got a few of us to do standee, put it next to the car. After 10 minutes, I got one phone call. Wow, my agent's heart beat like, wow, yes, got phone call. The phone call was from who? MCA's ST office. Hello? Hey, y'all down here, what you put standee? What you doing? Hey, no, cannot. Y'all got no approval, right? Cannot. Please take out your standee. To be honest, that time I was feeling very dejected. I spent $80 one standee, only last like 10 minutes. I feel like giving up. But in that 10 minutes, all right, I tell myself, never mind we slowly keep maybe we can drag for another 10 more minutes. Slowly walk to the car and slowly bring down the standee, delay a little bit. And true enough, a car drove past our standee, wind down the window, look at the number, call the number immediately, and call my colleague, the agent in front of you right here, and says, hey, you guys are the active agent in Oxley Bizhub, is it? Hey, I got 2 units at the top there. I'm looking to have it sold or rent. Can you please come to my office now? I just collect key. My dear friends. So what do you learn from this story? Method, all the same one. You do cannot complain, by right should take down. So sometimes it's the kind of desire that you want to still do a bit try your luck a little bit. So although this standee is only used for only what? Total 20 minutes. But you know what? It is still effective. Are you agree? Yeah. So I think we always need to be very creative in our material and never say die. Just keep doing. And true enough, my agent got the listing and eventually transact. So we pay $80 only. Still get 2 listings. All right, this is my favorite. All these years I have my shameless face. My shameless face all over my car, banner and all that. All right, I'm not suggesting all of you jump in and do. For many reasons, you all may think, shy malu jialat I put my face there. I drive to Geylang, how? And people think I go Geylang do what? No good, right? No. I leave it to you. All right, I'm only here to share with you that it works, including when I was driving in Geylang. Very funny, guys. I drive in Geylang, driving down this road. All right, I was stuck in the jam in that small lane. Someone came up to my door, knock, knock, knock. Then I went down the window a bit. The person said, "What? Hey Chris hey Chris 你很久没来了. Hey Chris long time never come already." Then I have a nice laugh, no, because my wife was next to me. Then my wife also laughed like, "Wow, this girl know you." But of course, we all know because I think the street walker was just trying to be funny, to make a joke out of it, because I think the street walker was also quite intrigued by how visible I am in my prospecting material. So my main point to everybody is, don't worry about sometimes nuisance call, what people draw face on your sticker. In fact, for 14 years when I did this, right, I've never had any nuisance call. Believe me, I got 0 nuisance call. I got so many call that helped me. Illegal park. Sometimes agent no choice late already just park at the loading bay, run already. All right, park by the roadside, double yellow line, run already, go for viewing. So many times already, I got people, "Hey Chris, you faster come down. I think got traffic police in front of your car." I run down faster. Traffic police also haven't right. Because he also looking around my car. Then they say, "Hey, why you agent? I say, "Hey, sorry, I want to go already." Go. Never gonna parking fine. So I think there are more good people around in Singapore who appreciate the good things that you do, rather than nuisance people who want to make life difficult for you. Believe me. All right. This is one of my favorite. Walk around like a security guard. A big bunch of key really will demonstrate that you are indeed the GT agent, active agent, who are the key barrier of many units within the building. So I remember vividly, a long time ago, almost 15 years ago, saw this agent called Connie, very famous agent from DTZ at the time, I think. And then she was doing the sale. Sorry, it was 13 years ago. So I want to co-broke with her. Then she said, "Okay, which unit?" Then she take one whole book inside the access card. Wow, inside like 100 access card. Which unit you want? Which floor? Which step? Same logic behind it. From there, I also learned the importance of being a GTA agent. Likewise, you need to be visible about your GTA presence to your co-broke agent and to your client, including big bunch of keys. Show it to them right? That you're what? You are the security guard there. Now, prospecting door knock industrial properties. Now, guys, I do understand that you could have been very active in door knock, residential, definitely. Sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't. I think we've all gone through this pain before. Not easy. Sometimes they don't open door. Sometimes you open door already, then they slam the door. I think the question that I like you to think deeper today, right, is what can I say for me to have a higher chance that they want to talk to me? It's called having a script. All right. I would recommend everyone, right, to have a script that works. So take for instance, today you decided, like Chris, okay, I want to do prospecting in Trade Hub 21, Jurong East. So when you want to go down there and door knock, can I suggest you do one thing first? You do a CMA, comparative market analysis. Call up all the agents there, all right, and ask which are the unit for sale. Some agent very good. They'll tell you, "Oh yeah, that unit 7th floor unit 1,008 square feet. My price is 950,000. You know why? Because they openly tell you it's maybe because they are very forthcoming. Maybe it's because it's an open listing anyway. The owner have their sticker stuck on the door. We don't know. Okay. So some agent will say, "Oh, the unit 0708. No, you can go and check it out first. If your buyer is okay with the surrounding, then you can call me." Most important is when you have a few CMA in the back of the mind, do we all agree? Or then when you go and do prospecting, right? You have already a few listings in your mind. May not be yours, but that is in a way listing in the market that you can what? You can actually sell it to the person that you door knock. So this is how it will work. Now, when you get a listing at home, CMA, before you go and door knock, don't door knock first. You go there and drive around first. From 10th floor, drive 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, then you start to go to every unit, try to see door sticker. Door sticker, sometimes you will see that, wow, owner contact. Hey, very often the owner own contact one. Call the owner immediately because the owner is more than happy to give you their listing immediately. That's why they do a for sale by owner. Then June, you realize, 1,008 square feet. This price, 0708 wasn't that unit that agent was telling you? You know what? You have your own direct listing. Guys, I'm saying this not for you to be creative, like you want to go behind people's back, bypass people. No, I'm not an advocate for that. I'm an advocate of collecting a lot of info. All right. If it's other agent listing co-broke, so be it. But if it happened to be a for sale by owner who got contact number there, I think it's only right you also go direct with the owner. For sale by owner anyway, ma. Get my point? Yeah. So with this, then you start the door knock. You go to the 10th floor? No. First thing, open mouth. Your neighbor unit is for sale. Would you like to buy one more? You know how their reaction will be? Oh yeah. No lah. Enough already. In their heart, they feel very happy. This agent see me up, invite me to buy one more. This agent never come and ask me to say, hey, you want to sell or not? Well, you see me no up, my business, okay, why you want me to sell? It's a very different approach when you ask people to buy versus you ask people to sell. It's very different. You go in a nice way to ask people to buy, right? They will be more open to tell you about whether they want to sell. Agree? Okay. Agree, please put it in the group chat and say, agree. Let me see how many of you reply. Agree. You say buy versus sell. You say agree? They say agree. Thank you. Now, client, can you tell me more? The client will say, can you tell me more? Then you should say, then you know the listing area, then you can say, oh, that listing 0708 is for sale. The size is 1,008 square feet, price 950. That client should say one thing, wow, that's expensive. Why? Because he compared with the last time he buy, today confirm more expensive. Okay, that's where you can then suggest, how about new factory? Hey, there's one new one just around the corner over at Pandan area. Oh, you want it even cheaper? Okay, would you consider another one which is up at Pioneer area? The lease may be a bit shorter, but it fulfill your needs, a bit shorter. Oh, you don't want to buy a factory anymore, because you are retiring already. You want to close down already. Okay, guys, I think we're all trained to do this. How about new condo? Yeah, just nearby, there's a new condo, there's a new launch over at One North area. Further up, there's a new condo. I won't tell the name, but it's a very good condo off the One North area. People will be curious, and you never know. A lot of these industrial people, number one, they have money. Number two, they don't have time. And you are the one that bridge them together. All right, show them that, oh, you can actually buy this project in Normanton Park, bring you go and take a look. Guys, are you with me? Okay, hope you are with me, All right, guys, you want more listings? All right, no point sitting at home and cry and tell your upline, no listing Then right, whatever I'm showing you right now is real, right? Listings are everywhere, even when you drive along the road. When you see a signboard like that, space for rents, all right, you're only one phone call away to getting the whole master list. Why? Because a lot of these leasing executives are also getting very jaded. Like every time an agent calls so many, right? When you call to inquire, right, they will tell you one by one. Afterward, they also get a bit frustrated. So if you position yourself as someone who knows your work, especially you genuinely serving somebody, so you have the tenant's profile, what size, when they want, what's the nature of business. All right, the leasing executive will be very forthcoming. They'll say, okay, I tell you what, I give the whole master list. When you got the whole master list, you realize that you have the marketing right to post every listing on Property Guru already. Yes? That's how we all start. Now, for those, okay, I mean, at this moment, I think as we speak, some of you could have already attended iQuadrant, Marco class. In fact, as we talk more and more, classes of this nature has popped up. There's recent one called Proptiply. Are they primarily, are they buyers? Yes, because what they do is they conduct classes, and then 100 of their class trainees graduate, and they're all very fired up to do what? To buy. So could you be the one that's serving them to buy? Or do they have do you have listings, all right, good enough to be in their in a checklist of a buy call kind of product. So this is something you need to think about, because truly, when you work well with them, they are indeed a good source of buyer. Okay, you can go to their Facebook, check them out so you know what is going on. Okay, right. At this moment, you may be thinking you teach me how to fish. Can I have some fish? Oh, yeah, it's like that lah. I know if I tell you no, then my KPI as a trainer drop lah. No lah, kidding lah. Now, I think most importantly, yes, I think I acknowledge, okay, my focus is really to teach you how to fish, but I also give you a bit of fish so that you're able to start off a bit faster. Guys, go ahead and call up Ascender REITs, all right? Because Ascender REITs has got so many property. See, so many. You stay Woodlands one, go Woodlands to Woodlands lah. Or you stay Tampines one, do Tampines lah. Why? Because in today's context, many of the tenants are running short of space. Later I'll show you data, then you know what I mean. Just remember, tenant is needing more space, and there's not enough space actually going on the ground, right? Particularly a bigger floor plate that caters to e-commerce for warehouse purpose, especially for, they call it 3PL, right? A third-party logistic company. They are screaming for space. There's just not enough space, right, for them to take on a contract so that they can sell the warehouse space, right, to a third party. As we speak, guys, do you know MS? Do you know the MS brand? The one with the expensive handbag? The letter H, right, logo? Yeah, that's right, MS. China now, they clamp down. Say, Xi Jinping say, no, you cannot be showing off your wealth in a glaring manner. Believe me, I think this whole buying thing in Singapore is still be very prevalent. MS is doing very well. So much so that they have a huge warehouse in Singapore. Right now, they are also subcontracting to a 3PL, a third-party logistic, to manage the warehouse in terms of space, in terms of and also the people who prepare the goods and then to bring it to their respective shops. Are we in business? In every downturn, COVID, sure got some sangji. When every downturn, there will always be opportunity, isn't it? Okay, take a look. All these are your listings. Now, focus on what? Focus on what is moving lah. Those not moving one, don't bother lah. Waste time lah. Look at those warehouse, because that one is moving because of e-commerce. All right. Obviously, our Forrest Lee, CEO of Shopee, is now Singapore's richest man with over $17 billion. Not only because of the stocks, also because he runs a very successful Shopee and Garuna games. Now, the whole idea is he needing more space? I'm sure he is. All right. So take note, warehouse space doing very well. Now, when you get a listing, all right, you can also approach AIMS REITs, right? Contact numbers at the top. All right. They'll give you the whole master list like the one you're showing in front of you right now. All right. When you look at list, number one, you'll be blurred. Where should I start? Okay. I recommend you start off from the bottom, meaning you go for the low floor one first. All right. You want to post on Property Guru, right? If you've got limited slots, post those. I mean Commercial Guru. You post first floor first. Then you post those second floor. Then you post those third floor. And run out of space already, run out of slots, run out of Property Guru listing slot, then don't post already. Why level 1, level 2, level 3? The lower floor are generally more easier to rent. I think primarily because if it's for warehouse purpose, people like to rent up only lower floor. They don't rent so many floor. There's Chinese saying, there's Chinese saying, my client ever tell me, last time he do food, he do tofu. Tofu. Well, now you want me to wrap up, my tofu become tau hui zui. Tofu become tau hui zui. Because why? Ram up the whole tofu shake and you become tau hui zui. No point, right? So go for the lower floor first. Now, if it's food related, we are good to go. Yes, I think we acknowledge that COVID situation has already disabled food shop. Some of them closed down, right? But back-end preparation food doing very well. Central kitchen, all that doing very well. Why? Because a lot of things are all done back-end, lightly cooked. Go to the front there, lightly prepared, lightly cooked again, right? For you to be fully cooked, and then they will get the logistic, which is your food panda and all that, to be sent to your house. So once again, focus on what? Food factory. FF. This one will be definitely invoked. Tell your investor about it. All right, because this is the one that will do well and continue to do well in many more years to come. Let's say you want to talk about our listing in prop next. All right, you can see I derived this from our PA app under food chain, city food chain. Hi, my friends. You need to be really fast. All right, you can see it's already majority sold. There's only like 2 unit here, 2 unit, 1 unit, 2 unit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Total only 13 units left. The rest are all sold. All right. Now, point quickly. You can tell your clients about it. All right. And then you will sell one more property. All right. How's the time check? Okay, good. Now we are 11:20. Okay, we are on very good progress, guys. Good job. Now, what are the main objections in the industrial properties? Very common. We all grow up during the era of bank war. As a 14-year-old agent, in the past, we don't have training like that to teach you how to siam, how to to avoid some objection. In fact, kind of objection also don't know how to overcome. But well, today it's a new era. Most of them, a lot of things are all being very trained. We are able to transfer our 武功, push on our kung fu to you, so you're able to to already overcome some of these objections. Now, I'd like to show you how, right? How to overcome the objections. Now, number one objection. Mr. Agent, you want me to buy property now? So many companies closing down. COVID, so many shops closed down. Offices, floor plate, big one, all closed down. All the big companies, obviously all moving out. Why am I buying more commercial industrial property? Agent, PCT class, show them this slide. Okay, now, Mr. Client, in 2013, 41,775 company close shop, cessation, close shop. However, during the same time, there were 60,201 company open shop. So when you take the net effect, you take this one minus this one, there are 18,426 new businesses set up. So what do they need, Mr. Client? They need shops, they need office, they need industrial space, they need warehouse space. Agree? Now, how about 2017? 48,291 closed shop, 62,113 open shop. 13,822 new businesses need shops, offices, warehouse, industrial factories. Agree? Same thing, 2018, 16,000 company net effect of closing and opening. 16,146 company need what? They need space, they need shop, they need office, they need factory. So in average, 16,000 new businesses entity per year will need office, factory, shops. And where would they buy from or rent from? From you, because you are the one that bought over, right? They want to buy from you or they want to rent from you. Agree? And as new company generally want to rent. Why? Keep the cost low because of their low cash flow. All right, and because of many reasons, they rather channel their money to drive their business first rather than to be asset heavy. Agree? So, Mr. Client, I think we are all in business. Good. Okay. Your client tell you, I'm not familiar. Buy, how to buy? Buy the person name? Buy the company name? A lot of people tell me buy the company name. Like that, then must start a company. Very legit. Not true, Mr. Client. Now, if I can just take you an example of TradeUp21. All right, these are all public data that we can all derive from ownership search. All right, I just do a ownership search. You can see the 10th floor unit alone. All right, up to 50% of them are bought under personal name. Oh, personal name, right? And the rest are obviously company name. So my point is, you can buy under personal name. It's a matter of which is better for you. Your loan is expensive, and very difficult, right? Set up company, then take loan. Well, Mr. Client, in today's context, you can check out the loan percentage in this major mortgage supermarket website. All right, their interest rate, all right, is in a tune of 2%. In fact, it's even lower today. Why? Because residential rates have dropped. Likewise, rates for commercial and industrial property will also have came down. Now it's below 2% actually. So is it expensive? You decide. Agent, industrial property, all the lease very short. After a while, because so short, I cannot sell. Right? Then I should buy freehold. Freehold is better investment than leasehold, isn't it? Well, Mr. Client, I'm not too sure. Why don't I show you two examples and then you can decide. There's a freehold property in Ming Arcade, Cascadian Road, units on the second floor. That unit was sold at $2,403 per square foot. When you go down there, during normal time, you walk, how come no people? Then you go during cheap gui, 7 months, you go down there, you walk, how come you see got people? Got people, got ghosts. Why? Because truly in some building, really very low footfall, hardly any human traffic. So my main point to you is, buy freehold, is it necessarily the best when you're looking for tenants? Okay, I'm saying this, right, friends, I really like to share you my story, because when I was doing Ming Arcade during that time, who rent? Small shop, rent for me, rental only $800, sell prata. Then after a while, a lot of those money lending business set up shop, right? And then obviously downstairs, a lot of the KTV. So generally, the whole building is a very mixed feeling that you have. So ultimately, you want to find a tenant is very difficult because the building doesn't have a very strong tenant mix. Eventually, how die lor. Mr. Client, how about I show you another which is leasehold. Leasehold. Ming Arcade, the one that you go to the arcade, is 99 from 1979. It's only 3 years younger than me. I'm 1976 one. Go down there, you see the queue pre-COVID and maybe post-COVID when the whole traveling will resume. Can you imagine it's transacted at $332,516 per square foot, 1.4 million. And believe me, in spite of paying at $32,516 per square foot, today if they want to sell, I'm not surprised they can sell what? $50,000 per square foot. Yeah, because why? Because the footfall is just so strong. All right. Any time of year, there will always be people, office crowd come down, change money. People walk past their shop somehow or the other. In fact, the other time when I go there, change money, you know what? Walao, I was taking a stack of $30,000, right? Change money, right? He take the money 30, okay. Because there's so many customers just throw their money there. Then I was worried that my stack of 30,000 will be taken away by another customer. My goodness. So my main point to everybody is, and to the client is leasehold really worse off than freehold? You decide. Lease is so short. Ayo, Mr. Client, let me show you lah. I believe in company. I always believe in Singapore direction. If the country is moving towards short lease, it's time we embrace it and accept it. You look at JTC land lease, or rather a JTC report that shows the land that was being released for sale. 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20, you see, almost on it, 2030, 2030. So welcome to the new normal. We call it the new normal. New normal is, in future, it's just going to be 20, 30. In some places where the government wants to take back the land in the foreseeable future for their master plan change, it could even be 10, can even be 15. So whatever you buy today, if he has got 30, still considered quite long. Not really, it's the same as what is available in the market through GLS. But if what you have today is left 40, 45, believe me, 45 years left versus GLS which is 30 you got 15 more years than the rest that's a long time relative to what's available in the market. Buy now, buy tomorrow, or shall buy yesterday. Right, share this with a client about what's going on in the market. I think that's how we become better agents through education, especially using reliable sources like newspaper cutting. All right, I think that differentiates you from the other agency agent, which only talk only or for those that didn't join PCT, but they attempt to go and do commercial industrial. Sometimes they don't know what to say, just talk . So we all know talk only, talk is cheap. But different if you're able to take out some of your notes. All right, take a picture of it, make it into your own simple slides. All right, take out and show them. Hey, you know what happened or not, Mr. Client? Look at Singapore industrial property. It's a pandemic winner. You know why? Because pandemic that time, Sheng Siong ran out of space. They want to expand warehouse. It's a fact. Right? Because e-commerce doing very well. All right. And during this period, everybody's stuck at home. What they need to do? They still need to eat. All right. So all the food factory back end is doing extremely well. Right? During this period, all right, for many of you, this morning I just got another call. Every day got call from scam. So by the way, you see a +65 handphone number, +65 in front one. By the way, guys, scam. You want answer, just answer for fun, but do not engage in their telephone conversation. In front got +65 followed by a handphone number. Then you realize, how come +65? Normal people call you is only 9 or 8 in front. Now you're more creative. This call is coming to validate your vaccination status. All right, please press 1 for this. Wow, now no longer DHL parcel. Now is what? Validate your vaccination status. Scam. All right, so people who are doing cybersecurity definitely expanding. I've got my client right now is into 4,000 square feet, looking to expand to 6,000. Why? Pandemic sure got winner one. And most important, right, as an agent, right, we flow with the wind that is blowing stronger. Likewise, if it's e-commerce, if it's food, if it's cybersecurity, get your client right to take action in that area. That's why logos, right? This warehouse provider, full house, very very full. All right, guys, if it's okay, if I can walk you through data. I feel that at this moment, data will help you to be able to speak more convincingly. Likewise, your client will feel that you have substance. So once again, make use of your slide. Actually, I rushed to compile this just before your notes went for printing. So you guys, this batch, right, is very lucky because you have the most updated one, whereas the previous batch got the outdated one because they are like 2 or 3 quarters behind. So I mean, I felt that I want to update this data so that you can use this data as your slide right away. Because this one 2Q1 just happened only. So you guys, it's a very privileged lot. Still, I thought you don't bother, you don't take this data, go and show your client. They're up to you, lor. Nothing much I can do, huh? Okay, now show your client this single user factory. All right. If you look at this all industry, this multiple, which is strata. Multiple user factory means strata. Single user means the whole plot of land only got one occupier. So during this period, single user factory, the growth right is the highest compared to multiple user, which is strata. But generally, as a whole, it's 1.6% increase year on year. 2Q versus 2Q this year versus 2Q last year. Right? Multiple user rental up by 0.9 compared to the previous year, compared to the previous quarter, Q2 this year versus versus first Q this year, it went up by 1%. So this is an important part that you need to educate your client who's still very worried that, buy already can rent, empty for so long, you sure not? Not true, I say this with a lot of conviction because data don't tell lies, right? The price actually gone up by 1% already. One quarter versus the other quarter, 1%. So you take one whole year, and minimum it gone up by 4% in terms of the rental price. Rental price go up means what? Means actually the take-up rate is good. That's why people can increase price. Agree? Still not convinced? Look at occupancy rate. Some client will tell you very irritating. Some client really very irritating. Hey, Chris, I cannot buy one. You know why? Everywhere empty. Mr. Client, what do you mean by everywhere empty? Can you show me which building empty? There, the building empty, no? We go to the building. Then you see the whole building empty, ma? I say, client, how do you determine whether it's empty? There, the door outside all closed, ma? It's a client. Door closed because why? Number one, somebody used as warehouse. Door is always closed. Number two, work from home. Somebody actually work from home, but they're still paying rent. Number three, some client, what? They rented 4 units. Right? 3 doors closed, 1 door open. Because the main door is the first unit, then the other 3 doors closed, because inside the units are all adjoining unit door removed. So the 3 unit door closed, of course it's closed because they only have 1 main entrance. So my main point to you as an agent, educate your client. Point out to them there are mistakes, because it's a fact. A lot of people on the ground, door closed means empty. Not true. Right, because look at data, right? The whole Singapore data. Right, guys, you really want to take note of this number. Remember in your head forever, at least for the next 3 months. Anybody ask you, agent, what is the occupancy rate of factories in Singapore? 90.1. Out of 100 units available, right? 90.1 units is occupied. Only 9.9 units is currently vacant, looking for tenant, all right, or the owner left it empty for different purpose. So 90.1 units are occupied. Most of the time when I say this to my client, right, they are all quite surprised. Really, man? Sure? Well, JTC data says so. That's a fact, right? You look at multiple user one, is 89.7. All these are all on the increase. You notice increase, meaning what? More and more units are being used, less and less unoccupied unit. Okay, everyone knows CCR, RCR, OCR. Yes, all of us all very resi trained on CBO. Now, in industrial property, also got equivalent. It's called the Central, Northwest, and other region. So very simply, you can look it as some client will say, hey, agent, I should buy. I know I should buy. I also know that now is a good time to buy. Buy where? Should I buy CCR or RCR? I think that's where you can point to them as a very good professional agent, right? Show them this and say, okay, I mean, if you look at this period, right? West region is doing very well. Why? Because their increase, right? Price increase over the previous quarter is the most pronounced. So that could be an indicator that the take-up rate in the region is good. Okay? Another group of client, agent, B1 or B2 better? Okay, client, look at this one, right? During this period, right, the B2 segment, right, has got a more pronounced increase. So obviously, a lot of businesses can work from home. They may close down their B1 factory, which is light industry. They bring home some machinery or some IT computer, go home and work. However, B2, do you think you can bring home the whole 1 ton equipment and bring it home and do? Do you think you can bring home the metal cutting machine and bring home and do? Do you think the car jack, to bring up the car to do car servicing on? Do you think you can bring home and do? Cannot, ma. So that's the reason why during this period, actually the B2 are actually doing very well. Then you can get them to buy B2 . Or they say, should I buy long lease or short lease? Below 30 years or what? This one, up to them. If you look at data alone, right, the short lease one is doing very well. I think primarily because it's a lot cheaper to buy in. Shorter lease means the quantum is lower, ma. Right, but do not eliminate the other mid-term lease one. You can see those between 30 to 61. All right, they are also having a very good increase quarter to quarter. All right, it's 1.8% increase in price. So these are very strong indicator on the ground that bad time is over. Buyers are buying in already. Wait no further. All right. You don't want to show them data. You just want to show them this infographic. All right. You can also send to your client. Easily available on where? On JTC website. All right. You can tell them, is it occupancy 90.1 ma? right? All right, for those engineers, accountant, chartists, stockbrokers, client nature, they like to see up and down. I can suggest you use this as your sales kit. All right, I couldn't find like a good chart by JTC that tracked all the way up to 1990. So I could only do this graphically. And then from here, right, I just do like extrapolation, and it went down, it went up. Most important is the story behind how. When property price go up, it go up by 193%. When it dropped in a very big way during the Asian financial crisis, it dropped by only 41. And when it go up again during next round of growth, it went up by another 160%. And then it dropped only 16%. And then it went flat. And during the last year COVID situation, it do a slight dip. And right now we are on the upward projection. As you can see from the 2Q and first Q, all right, the price index 89.7 in 88.1 is already start to show a very pronounced increase. So what is the main point we are trying to drive at? When it goes up a lot. It goes down, comes down very little. And right now we are on the upward trend. Take action now would be the best choice forward. You decide. Right? Same thing. If you look at this one, I derived from a JTC. So the price already started doing a rebound. See, now here we're going to rebound. Same thing for rental. Just demonstrate the same trend, guys. Look at 2Q and second quarter and first quarter. All right, you can see the rental price has also gone up. So for your client who's very worried about buy already, no rent, buy already, the rental drop. All right. Show them this chart because data already showing the rental is really on the upward trend. So the only exception that they buy, they are stuck, cannot rent, or they buy already, the rental price drop is simply because they buy the wrong thing. Why I say this is because not all property, not all industrial property in Singapore is something that is of an investor grade. You buy in the wrong one, honestly, you can be stuck for 6 months, couldn't find a tenant. That's very real. You buy the right one, it'll be rented like within a day. Guys, as I say this, because just what happened about 3 weeks ago, my client bought into a building called Innovation Place. Well, it's 3 months ago, not 3 weeks ago. It's B1, yes. It's B1 and B2. It's a mix there. The building is already 20 plus years old. It's freehold, but it's also in a location where there's a reason why it's freehold, free for you to hold. Because the location is quite far-flung. Buy time was quite cheap, 600 over 1,000. Right? Most important, my message behind is when you bought it at the time, he also wasn't sure can rent. Right? But when you look at data, you know that the indication is strong. And we understand that area generally rent to who? Carpenter. Carpenter business now good or bad? Think about it, 想一下, good or bad? Generally quite good. You know why? During COVID at the time, a lot of Malaysians cannot come in and out. But a lot of jobs down here, you know why? Stuck at home. A lot of people start renovating their house, no? Including me. During COVID at the time, I changed my toilet bowl. I did some carpentry work to my house. Why? Nothing to do at home. Just want to do some home improvement. All right. And obviously, when property volumes start to go up, third quarter last year, people need to renovate the house. So a lot of carpenter work. And true enough, I put my ad on Commercial Guru for only 1 hour. 2 hours later, right, I closed up. Too many calls. Right. Whoever I gather, right, I came down with view, right, then it's rented within the same day. Right? So my main message to everybody is buy the right one, and then you'll be rented very quickly. Right? Really, whole Singapore, the whole industrial landscape by year 2030. All right, our government have really made very pronounced plan. All right, to develop different parts. Of course, Woodlands, they got its own plan. Jurong side got own plan. Punggol side got own plan. Everywhere also got plan. Everywhere also got transformation. Everywhere can buy, man. Cannot, All right. So really, cannot be. We only have one bullet in our life. We need to be a sniper. We cannot be a machine gun. Then only one bullet hit, then the rest never hit. Cannot, Good agent, you want to point your customer to a very clear direction, exactly where they can consider buying. So, okay, 15 more minutes. So what are the factors that makes a good industrial property investment? All right. Now, take note what a good factor. At this moment, guys, can I show you a video? All right. With this video, you're able to understand this much better. Oh, YouTube. Okay, excuse me for a while. Guys, so far, are you okay? Are you all good? Okay, I'm looking for my YouTube link. Okay, everyone, let me just show you. All right, guys, I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Whenever you want to Google, you can just Google for Chris Choo channel. Anywhere on your browser, on your whatever Google, you can put under Chris Choo channel. And if on YouTube, you can also put as Chris Choo channel. And then, of course, with that, you see a lot of my content, my video content. Okay, some are residential, some are not. All right, this is the one I did recently, which I felt was quite useful for a lot of my clients who are very new to industrial property. They don't know what to choose. Then we also have limited resources. How we can guide them to launch and off. We don't want to be like talking to 10 people and repeat a story, ma. So you can use this video as a gauge to guide them lah.
Inchi property. You're right. On the Pale Bell. On the bits.
All right, my video is running right now. Can everyone see the video? Yes,
specific.
yes, I know.
I've been asked many times how to pick the right industrial property for own use, how to pick the right one that fits your nature of business.
Can everyone see the video?
作为投资者，我们要怎么去降低我们的额外买家印花税，或者是买家印花税？当然还可以增加我们的那个租金收益呢。
So today, I'm going to show you how to use the 7 key technique how to pick the right industrial property. Let's go! Point number 1, trade usage.
Okay, good lah. Can lah. Just now cannot lah. Okay. Oh, okay. Cannot see, can see. Okay, so just now can see lah. Okay, never mind. Let me just do that one more time for everyone's viewing pleasure. Okay. I think you should be able to see right now. Can you see the video is running now?
You're right. On the Pale Bell. On the has got a specific. Okay. I've been asked many times how to pick the right industrial property for own use, how to pick the right one that fits your nature of business.
作为投资者，我们要怎么去降低我们的额外买家印花税，或者是买家印花税？当然还可以增加我们的那个租金收益呢。
So today, we're going to show you how to use the 7 key technique how to pick the right industrial property. Let's go! Point number 1, trade usage. This is important as your tenant has got a specific need based on their nature of business. Now, B1, or commonly known as light industrial building, is defined as a building that is at least 50 meters away from the nearest residential area in terms of noise and dust pollution. B2, or business 2, is commonly known as heavy industry or general industrial, defined as having at least 100 meters away from the residential houses in terms of noise and dust pollution. Now, some B2 building can be specific trade, for example, car roads at Kranji, or food related, for example, city food chain at Pandan, or logistic warehouse related, that's currently owned by Logistic Real Estate Trust.
下一个题我们要谈的是有关你这个房子剩下的时间、它的年限和它的银行贷款会有什么差异性？我们看一下永久地契或者是3条9的。那一般而言，
No more.
We cannot see anymore.
Oh, sorry.
Please, no more leh.
Hey, no more. Wait. Oh, so sorry. I think it's been accidentally paused. Okay, my apology. Let me just turn it on one more time and continue. Okay, share screen video.
25到30年。那随着现在大部分市面上的这种厂房是60年，然后剩下大概40到50年。一般而言，银行可以给你的贷款呢会稍微短一点，大概是20到25年左右。那么还有一些新的这种工业厂房，可能政府批出来就是本身给你就是30年的地契了，它的时间就会缩短一些，大概是10到15年。还有个别的可能只有说我本身我一开始的地契就是15年的，那当然它的时间就更短，大概5到10年。单上银行用的那个体制就是剩余的年限减去15。哎 ，Chris 啊，今天我们不是看工厂吗
？We are. That's why where we are here today is the factory area.
我以为工厂不都是那种可能平层啊，或者是说里边有很多车间啊，看起来比较乱一点。你这边感觉像办公楼嘞，我感觉。
That's the thing of the past in Singapore. Right now in Singapore, the factories are broadly classified into 3 types. First type is called the flatted type. Second type is the rammed up ones, and the third one is the one sitting on ground. They're called the terrace factory.
哎，我没有听过，你可以跟我讲一下有什么差别？这个到底
？Sure, a lot of difference. Come, let's go. Let's do it together.
Okay, thank you.
See, when we talk about the rammed up, right? The important is the width of the driveway.
Okay.
So when a truck is able to drive past on the incoming traffic wide enough so that there wouldn't be any obstruction to each other. Then imagine when the trucks are up here, there's sufficient car park on the right side.
这个就像工厂了，这感觉还像了。
是。
哎，可是这个就是放车的地方。
Correct. So this is the part where your dedicated car park is right outside your door.
我们等于就是用这种地方，你像这边就把它做放下东西的地方了，放货的地方了。
Yeah, that's correct. So if you see the one in front, so I think that's a classic example of a truck coming right up to your door. You can do your dedicated loading and unloading activity right outside your door. Very convenient to the investor or to your tenant.
哎，可是你看啊，我们这边楼层还蛮高的嘞，那是不是意味着说越低的楼反而越好咯？
What you say is true. The higher the floor, the per square foot will be at the lowest. So right now you can imagine, right? If let's say we're on the lower floor, a lot of the buyers and investors are prepared to pay a higher per square foot.
Okay.
Why? Because it's more convenient for them to ramp up just one floor and they're right outside their storage area.
这也是工厂啊。
Yes, definitely. So this is what I meant by flatted factory. So you notice the look of it, right? It feels like Shenton Way.
我觉得是办公室啊，对啊。
Yeah, because of the nature of B1 light industrial, where it's more corporate feel. So you could have high ceiling for your lift lobby, nice granite flooring, and you have a proper directory board.
对，很
And
高
very
的
often you
楼
can see from here level 2 all the way to level what?
29嘞，对。
29 are all light industrial factories.
哦，这个就是轻工业。
轻工业 yes. So that is B1 factory.
OK.
Yeah. One unique feature about B1 light industrial is also the corridor. Some will come with aircon, some with no aircon, but primarily all have a narrow corridor that lead onto your factory unit. Then you can see around down here, every floor got multiple units. And that's the nature of B1 light industrial. Many units.
我的货物也可以这样推得到我的门口是吗？
That's right, you see it's concrete.
啊，
So they make it such a way where it's hard wearing, yet you still have a corporate image. You can see some of the units down here, the way they do it is very corporate like.
哎，装修很美嘞里边。
Oh, it is. You'll be amazed. Some of these big companies have shifted from Shenton Way all the way to here simply because they need a space, yet they want the corporate image.
对。
At the same time, leverage on the lower rent.
难怪他们都会分开来了。
Yes, that's this B1 light industrial.
Okay.
Where are we now?
哎
Remember the third point that I was sharing you? Terrace factory?
，Terrace Factory。OK。
Yeah, so terrace one, it simply means it sits on land. So typically it can be 1 level all the way up to as high as 4 levels.
OK。
And very often what they have is also a lift inside. Why? So that the goods and the people can go all the way up to the top story lah.
就像我们的那种有地住宅的别墅，对吧？都
Yes.
里边也有电梯，你还可以上去。
Correct.
不
So
方便
this
的
is
话
the inter terrace of a factory.
OK。不过我的车也可以停到旁边来，也可以进去。然后我看到这个高度还蛮高的嘞。
That's right. So landed factory is good for those who like to do a lot of loading, unloading activity, especially when the trucks are very tall. The whole vehicle can go all the way into the factory.
那楼上呢？我可以做什么用途啊？
Upstairs? Oh, upstairs. Something very unique. Oh, that's a good question. Very unique is many of these places they convert legally, right, to house their workers as a dormitory.
所以我又可以放我的东西，我的货物，又可以放我的工人。
Yes, goods and people, anything is suitable for terrorist factories. Point 4, transformation, the key driver to price movement and en bloc potential. Take for example, there was a major announcement back in 2014 for the Paya Lebar transformation, where the current military airbase will be shifted out from 2030. Now with height restriction lifted and over 800 hectares or 86 million square feet of land to be slated for work, live and play. Take for example, Synergy at Kaki Bukit. Government released it based on a 30 years basis some time ago. At the same time, Premier at Kaki Bukit was launched on a 60 years basis. Between these two, how does the future price movement be affected by the transformation nearby? And how will these two will have the likelihood of lease extension or en bloc potential?
第5点，它的面积大小。那面积大小的话呢，我们来先看这张图。这张图的里边本身它是正常，我们看到这个灰色的部分，它就是你这一层单层的这个面积。然后呢，你看到这块黄色的部分是它的那个阳台的部分。这是有一些单位会有，那当然还有一些单位呢，在它的那个铁闸门的外边，它会有多2个停车位。那这就是一种单层的平面。那换过来，我们来看它的侧面的图。有的项目呢，它可能里边它会多出来一些别的部分，比方说，你看到它的整个的面积是900平方尺。900个 square feet， 然后旁边有多了一些空调的部分，可能是100个 square feet。我们到了2楼的部分，它可以给你多做出来一个所谓的 mezzanine 的区域，这个区域呢，大概可能可以占一个200平方尺的面积。然后旁边还多出来一个部分的话，有可能它可以有说你的空间的部分叫 void area， 这一块地方呢，可能是800平方尺。全部到来，可能在我们整个的看的这个所谓的面积里边呢，它显示的是2000 square feet。
Point 6, transportation. How easy it is for the staff and the goods to get to the building, thereby saving time and cost. Now, how easy it is to get within the building by vehicular access 10, 20 and 40 footer vehicles. My food trade customer once told me he sells tofu. He wants to have a second floor unit. Why? Because he don't want to rent up all the way to the top, become his tofu, become 倒回注意嘞。
第7点，可出租性。我们来看一些数据的东西，我们把这个东西具体化。Gross rent a year， 它的总租售比，它是用你的租金每个月的租金乘以12个月，再除以你的买的价钱，这个大家都好容易理解。那下一个东西就是我们的纯租售比，这个是用你每个月的租金要减去你的物业管理费，减去你的房产税，但是要除以你的12个月，也就是分摊到每个月的房产税，再减去你一些其他可能存在的维护费用，这个整个的东西会去乘以你的那个可出租的时间，这就是1减去你的空置时间，然后我们还要乘以12个月，再除以你的买的价钱。第3点，我们看到的呢，就是说，如果我总共投了多少钱进来，我的现金回报是多少？这个叫做 cash on capital yield。这个呢，也是用你的那个每个月的租金减去我的物业管理费，减去我的房产税平摊到12个月的费用，再减去我的其他的维护费用。当然还有多一个哦，这个就是你的银行贷款所造成的这个利息部分。减完之后呢，我们仍然去乘以我们的可出租的时间，也就是1减去我的空置时间，然后再乘以12个月，除以我一开始总共付进去的这个现金部分，叫 initial capital。下一个呢，我们可能给大家阐述一个具体的例子，这样的话比较好，让我们大家能够直白的去感受到。比方说，我买了一套工厂，它的价钱是60万，然后它每个月的月供呢是2500块，它的那个维护费是250，它每一年的房产税是2400，它的空置的时间是半个月，然后它的律师费呢是2500块。我们用银行的利息部分假定我们付款了30%的首付，所以银行利息是占70%。它按照1.6的现在银行利率，我算25年的话呢，那么我每个月相当于我的月供是1700块，而我的银行利息部分呢是550。那这样我们就可以把这几个所谓的 year 都算得出来。首先我们可以知道它的总共一开始付的费用 initial capital， 它是600千乘以30%的首付，再加上我的税是600千乘以3%减去5400，当然还要加上我的律师费2500，总共加起来是195千100块。我的租金回报率 是2500乘以12个月除以600千是5%。不过我的净租金回报率呢，则变成2500减去250的那个月供，再减去2400平摊到每个月的那个房产税除以12，然后乘以我的空置期是1减去0.5除以12，这样的话再乘以我的12个月除以我的600千，最后算得来是3.93%。现金部分的那个收益呢，就变成是2500减去我的那个成本250，再减去我的房产税平摊的2400除以12，还减去我的银行那个利息部分是550，乘以1减去0.5除以12的这个空置部分，剩余的话我再乘以12个月除以我的总的那个现金部分是195,100块，算得来是8.84。这个意味着什么呢？相当于说我现在需要11.3年的时间，把我所有的本金一开始付出去的全部收回。看完这么多复杂的这些数字，相信大家都有一些乱。那没关系，我们回过头来，我们只看2个最重要的东西。第一个就是你的那个每个月的租金，每个月租金越高的话，你的这个收益率肯定都会越高。第二个很重要的东西就是我们的空置率，我们的空置的时间越短，我们的可出租的时间越长，自然我们的租金也就会越高。我们的那个收益率就会越高，这样的话，这2个东西就会影响到我们3个各种这种所谓的收益率的比例。想要拿到最好的收益率，这3条，那我们就遵守着7T 的原则
Trade usage, tenure, type of factories, transformation, title size, transportation, and tenantability. We have transacted over 200 commercial and industrial properties with our combined experience of 24 years.
用我们的7T。我们一定会帮你找到，也用心的帮你找到最适合你的工厂。
Call me at 8200-7778, Chris Choo.
打给我 Charlie Lee 90933610。
NG Property English
中文
爆个料。
Hi everyone, I'm back. I hope you enjoy the simple video.
Sipit good.
Sipit good. Thank you, Betty. Why you let us say sipit good. Well, I mean, I hope that this little content, you can always bring it back and watch it several times, so that whenever your client asks you some difficult question, you can always use the 7T technique to let them understand what's the best way to choose a good property. Likewise, financial calculation, you can also go through one more time. At the end of it, the only thing, don't show them the last part. Don't show them my number and my colleague's number. But doesn't matter. If they trust you, I'm sure they will eventually take action with you anyway. Okay, good. Okay, we just crossed past lunch time. We're just going to go through a few more slides because I really want to respect your time. Don't wish to hold you back if you need to go for your viewing or for your short break. But I'm just going to do a final few slides, then we can go for our lunch break already. Okay, good. Now, choose the right property. I'll give you a few examples right in front of you down here. Which are the ones which are good? Which are the ones that I feel may not be very good for your buyer. Okay, number 1, Oxley Biz Hub. Right, it was launched in 2013. Right, you can see today they're over how many? 20 over profitable. They're over 20 over unprofitable. So you can really start to know that some of these units could have some challenge that may not be very suitable as an investor grade. All right. For those who want to know, for those who want to really know why and all that, right? During the FAQ segment, or you can always ask me exactly what went wrong for Oxley Biz Hub. If let's say you personally want to buy, what are the things you look out for? This one we can go a bit more detail later. Now, Woodlands 11. All right. If you can see the number of profitable transactions over 106, highly profitable. If you analyze it, you can see. All right, every year is all up by 0.41%. In short, it is quite a buy call. Generally, this building is quite easy to rent. All right, and price is still steadily going up. Same thing for Midview City. Has always been one of the jewel in property investment. Likewise, for iQuadrant, Marco Group, even for myself, all that you can see the over 357 profitable transaction. Look at the annualized return, very, very strong. Every year, you can divide. Good buy call for this building. Hub 21 is one building I've owned before. I've also sold it already. Once again, very strong annualized return, many profitable transactions. All right, for time constraint, I won't go into every building, why exactly the building is doing very well. For those who are very keen, you want to know, right, you can always talk about it during the FAQ segment. Now, Ubi Tech Park by call, many profitable transactions, annualized return also very strong. Right? Maybe just a key factor. A good building to buy into is one that is a sizable scale, meaning 200 units onwards. More transactions, more number of units equal to more transaction. More transaction means more pronounced trending, which is a good pronounced trending for property investor. All right, and many more other reasons which we can discuss in greater detail. Now, E-Center, the My Jewel, because I've been there for the past 14 years, 157 in fact, a lot of them are all profitable. And when you look at the annualized return, fantastic. Good, guys. Yes, we have played halftime already. Thank you for your patience over the past 2 hours or so. Right, we have already covered the types of industrial property. I've allowed you to acquire some basic technical knowledge. You have also learned how to use sales and rent price data index to demonstrate to your client, all right, when is it good time to buy and what's the impact. All right, you also know what's the effective prospecting method that works well for industrial properties. Okay, after lunchtime, please come back. You will be going through the next 5 points, 5, 6, 7, 8. If time allow, all right, then I'll go through you why I buy 7 properties in 7 years. Okay, guys, take note of the time. All right, from now it's about slightly past 12. I apologize for that. All right, you need to go for viewing and all that. Please do go. Come back by 2 o'clock. All right, I'll start exactly at 2. Now, for those who got a lot of questions, believe me, so many questions until we don't have enough time for you to answer them at the end. All right, I've opened up this segment at 1:30. All right, 1:30, come in this same Zoom link. All right, I'll take on some of the questions. Otherwise, the rest of you, please come back at 2 o'clock. And guys, have a good lunch break. See you guys later.